When you pick up groceries, do you check the price tag first? Most people reach straight for the cheapest brand on the shelf. That reflex reveals your exact position on an invisible wealth ladder. Nobody talks openly about modern economic classes in daily life. Yet 6 distinct financial tiers quietly dictate every choice you make. Over 80% of urban earners remain trapped in the bottom 2 tiers. This hierarchy has nothing to do with social status or job titles. It comes down to how your incoming money actually behaves. Linear earners trade their physical energy for monthly deposits. That trap begins at the most precarious baseline of all. Having under 200,000 rupees in savings defines level 1 survival. Because emergency funds are absent, one medical crisis ruins progress. You earn money each month only to watch it instantly disappear. That chronic cash deficit fuels constant household arguments. Breaking out demands an extreme phase of pure discipline. Working 16-hour shifts becomes necessary to forge initial capital. You cut non-essential spending and stack multiple income streams. It feels grueling while your body pushes through sheer exhaustion. One focused year of intense effort can cross the survival line. Crossing that boundary brings you into a deceptive comfort zone. Reaching a 1.5 crore portfolio marks the level 2 safety threshold. You can finally breathe without worrying about monthly bills. Many people stop pushing right here thinking they have one. Leaving that hard-won cash idle introduces a silent destroyer. A hidden economic force quietly drains static balances every day. Static savings in standard bank accounts lose value constantly. Because retail inflation outpaces standard interest, fiat burns away. Leaving 10 lakh unhedged guarantees a steady loss of buying power. That quiet erosion drains the sweat and time you spent earning it. Protecting that capital requires building genuine asset ownership. Your physical labor hours hit a strict ceiling every 24 hours. Compounding financial assets operate without physical fatigue. The wealth gap widens between pure laborers and strategic investors. Relying entirely on a monthly wage keeps you permanently tethered. The real magic unlocks once capital reaches level 3 scale. A 100% gain on 10 lakh yields 10 lakh in gross profit. That same 100% return on 7 crore produces 7 crore. The percentage is identical, yet the absolute outcome diverges. At level 3, checking basic price tags completely ceases. Industrial leaders mastered this multiplying dynamic long ago. Pioneers like Mukesh Ambani and Ratan Tata built massive scale. They channeled surplus earnings directly into expandable systems. Instead of hoarding cash, they deployed resources to compound. Their focus remained on systemic scale over short-term consumption. Scaling capital ultimately unlocks the next crucial milestone. Level 4 wealth buys complete sovereignty over daily personal time. You no longer rush through morning traffic to satisfy an employer. Mornings become dedicated to deep reflection and macro analysis. Your daily schedule belongs entirely to your chosen priorities. Protecting that lifestyle demands strict risk management rules. Holding only 2 tech stocks is not real diversification. Because market shocks strike sectors unevenly, unhedged portfolios bleed. Smart wealth allocates across physical gold, nifty ETFs, and debt. That disciplined structure cushions shocks while preserving total growth. Beyond personal defense lies the world of institutional systems. Levels 5 and 6 separate creators from operational day-to-day duties. Structured business architecture and top talent run enterprise operations. Revenues flow continuously whether the founder is present or away. Wealth compounds autonomously across diverse corporate engines. Yet most earnest professionals never make this vertical ascent. Over 90% of workers spend their entire lives in levels 1 and 2. They believe that working harder is the only route to wealth. If you know better strategies, please share in the comments below. Subscribing to this channel helps you master intelligent capital building. Making that vertical leap requires understanding one core multiplier. Leverage is the single force that turns small effort into massive gain. Without applied leverage, your income remains strictly linear. Using the right tools multiplies your effective output exponentially. It lets one individual command the productivity of hundreds. The most accessible starting point begins right inside your mind. A 500 rupee book condenses 30 years of specialized expertise. Absorbing proven business models saves you decades of painful trial. Mentorship and targeted study compress the required learning curve. Knowledge is the fastest asset you can acquire and deploy. Pairing that wisdom with modern digital platforms unlocks scale. Digital content works for you 24 hours a day at zero marginal cost. A single video can reach millions without added production expense. Global cultural creators built generational fortunes on this model. Your personal intellectual property becomes an unyielding asset. Beyond digital media, human networks compound physical assets. 6 out of 10 prime commercial properties are funded jointly. Syndicate groups pool capital to acquire high-value commercial real estate. You do not need to buy an entire office building alone. Strategic alliances allow fractional participation in major cash flows. This brings up a harsh reality about your present situation. Are you deploying leverage, or are you being used as leverage? If you only trade manual hours, someone else profits from your output. Recognizing that power balance is the essential step toward freedom. You can begin converting your active earnings into own tools. Delaying that transition carries a heavy psychological toll. Physical stamina inevitably fades after 4 decades of work. If you lack working assets by then, financial options disappear. That's why passive cash sitting in unhedged accounts silently loses out. What it really comes down to is building systems that outlast labor. The choice you make right now will dictate your next decade. We are giving away this Wealth Roadmap book to 5 active commenters. Drop your current financial level in the comments section below. Studying economic mechanisms transforms your long-term money mindset. Start building your leverage engine one deliberate asset at a time. The real shift begins the moment you decide to own your time.